I think I'm live. Hey, hello, welcome everyone. This is the Workplace Wellness Collective meetup. I was just reading a comment from Meredith, and so I was just kind of laughing to myself. Welcome, welcome, welcome. I'm so happy that you are here joining us from wherever you are. I'm Samana Jetty. I am the chair and founder of the Workplace Wellness Collective. And boom, 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 here's everybody else. Just say hi, wave, tell us just a little wave. That would be wonderful for now. I am so excited because we haven't done a group live in a hot minute, and Meredith was just saying, like, how come none of us are wearing purple? I think I just forgot. I just forgot.
At least we're all wearing black.
Yeah, exactly.
Almost everyone, except for Rebecca. Rebecca, thank you for being bright.
Rebecca, I think we just decided, you know what, we're just going to be somber. No, I think black is a pretty classy color, so we're just going to go with black today. So happy to spend a Friday afternoon with y'all. It's such a good time to be talking about wellness in the workplace. So this event is only for 30 minutes and everyone's here. We're going to bring more people up. I know a lot of us are still working and doing conferences and doing workshops, etc. So hopefully a couple more people from the collective will join. But the intention of today's group live is for you to get to know us. Now, you've seen our beautiful logo that was created a few months ago. Our website's looking nice and pretty, yellow and purple and blue and white. These are the colors that we're going with. And what I want to do is get to know all the people on the board. I already know them, but you can get to know them. I am the chair and founder of the Workplace Wellness Collective, and my name is Sumana Jetty. I also have a company called Jetty Wellness. And a little backstory about the collective: we came together just very organically in 2021. We came together very organically, and this group is, I don't know what to say. This group is kind of like family to me now because we've been working together for well over 2 years. And I feel so blessed that I am surrounded by a group of intellectual people. A lot of people in this group are also very passionate about wellness in the workplace. And the Workplace Wellness Collective was developed for us to share solutions with you that are research-based, that are technology-based, that have diversity, equity, inclusion, and belonging as the foundation of the work that we do. And we just want to curate all the wonderful speakers from all over the world and bring you the right solutions. We don't want to just talk. We want to walk the talk, and we want to give you strategies that you can implement within your organization and with yourself as individuals as well. That is the Workplace Wellness Collective. And we are just so excited that we are able to come together in November in about 2 weeks now. Oh my God, I can't believe it. It's going to be 2 weeks. And we are going to have another micro summit. There was one in June. We're going to do another one. And this one, we'll talk a little bit more about it in a hot minute. But before I do that, what I really want to do is get to know everybody, because everyone has wonderful titles. Everyone's doing so much work behind the scenes. And I honestly could not do this on my own. I can tell you this right now, the collective, the reason we came up with the word collective, which big shout out to Meredith Gandai to come up with this, the word collective, is that we are in this together. We have each other's back, and we really just want to work towards creating solutions for you. So that's it from me. I hope to hear more from the comments. We will put some comments up on the screen. I am going to randomly pick the baton and give the mic to, let's see here, Meredith Grundy. Over to you. Please tell us who you are. What is your title with the collective? And when you're done speaking, tell us your why, and then pass it on to the next person on the screen.
Thank you. This is really special that we get to all be on this screen together and doing this LinkedIn Live, and seeing your faces is just, it's amazing. All of the work that we've done that has brought us here. And thank you, Sumana, for all of the work that you've done to forge this path forward. As Sumana has said, I'm Meredith Grundy. I have Grundy Coaching. I'm a public speaking and presentation skills coach. So communication, I feel strongly, has a direct impact on your wellness. And through my career, I'm going to just go back. I'm going into my why. I haven't worked a lot in corporate America, but I've gotten to work a lot for corporate America and work for organizations, coming in and teaching predominantly improv practices, if you will, to teams to help with better communication, to get them up on their feet, to be telling stories. And I had an experience several years ago where I was working for a very large organization. And this is when the work that I was doing really, I noticed the impact it had when I had a group. It was engineers, predominantly male. It was male, mostly men. I don't think there was one woman in that group. And there was this particular story, this story exercise that I do with people. It's an Augusto Boal exercise who did a lot of work bringing diverse communities together. And it was called And It Made Me Think. And each person would stand up and tell just a 1-minute story about something that was true, an experience that was true to them, about them. And at the end, they would end with the punctuation, and it made me think. And then we would just sit in some silence for a little bit and hear the story, allow the story to wash upon us, if you will. And then the next person would tell a story, and so forth and so on. And well, we get to this last person who stands up and he tells his story about how his son, who is in, I believe he was in middle school, was going through chemotherapy. And this has been going on for the past 6 months. And his son had cancer. It was terminal, and nobody on his team knew. And that was, to me, profound, that where you spend most of your waking hours doing work for other people to help cultivate this organization, bring money to this organization, that there was nothing put into place to where people felt like they were safe enough to have these conversations. And that story in itself made me think.
And Meredith, you are the vice chair of the Workplace Wellness Collective.
I didn't say that. I got right to my why. I'm the vice chair. Yes,
oh,
and I'm delighted to be at the helm of this and to work with all of you. And thank you.
Perfect. And you know what? You can just pass it on to the next person, and the next person can pass it on to the next person. Let's go like that.
Let's do that. I'm passing this baton over to David Spinner.
Hold on. Got it. Yes. All right. Thanks, Meredith, for that toss over. And wow, so excited to be part of this collective. This group is amazing. And like Sumana opened, that we've been working tirelessly behind the scenes to make this amazing micro summit happen. So my name is David Spinner. My role in the collective is that of Director of Diversity, Equity, and Inclusion and Belonging, as well as that of Business Development. So any sponsors out there that are watching this, hit me up. I would love to have a conversation with you, because, we know you want to sponsor and be part of this amazing movement that we are doing here. In my spare time, I'm a teacher. I'm a consultant, and I echo what Meredith said about communication and wellness. It's so important. The focus of my consulting is exactly that, is communication skills and working with teams to communicate more effectively. That increases morale, and higher morale increases productivity, which increases wellness around the room, because people are less stressed to meet their quotas and so on. So that's a passion of mine, as well as the diversity, the equity, inclusion, and belonging piece, which again, communication is key. So communication is really the foundation of everything we do in our world. We communicate with many people multiple times a day in many fashions. You may not even realize that you're communicating with them. So it's important to be in tune to how you communicate. So my why is about that. Is wellness to me is so important, and teamwork and having good, strong teams need workers who are healthy and well and willing to be in the office and not be like, why do I have to go to work today? So that's my why for joining this group, as well as you can see, the lovely faces that are here are amazing people to work with, and who wouldn't want to join this group? So that's my why, and I am going to toss it right down to Rebecca.
Thank you, David. Thank you so much. It's so amazing to see everyone here. I'm excited we're doing this team effort of our reintroduction or rebrand, I should say, after the year's been, because we worked together for some time now and already held a few summits, great trainings, great workshops, everything within workplace wellness, as we said, the mental health, the leadership, the diversity, inclusion, all of those aspects. So I'm excited for what's ahead, and especially the Micro Summit now in November. So my role here is I'm Director of Communication and Marketing, and so excited to have, like I said, my peers here supporting each other as we, really dive into workplace wellness. And make this a priority. You know, it's a must-have with businesses and corporations today. It's not, you know, something that is just nice. And of course, with the pandemic, everything kind of shifted and changed that, and really, you know, put some pressure on to fast forward how important prioritizing our mental health is. And this is also something that's very, you know, close to my heart, as I, besides, you know, working and in this lovely group, supporting, I also do stress management coaching and burnout prevention coaching for companies and individuals there. So that focus of mental health and really the prevention work, and how can we look at burnout and understand that it's both, you know, the internal and external factors that come with burnout, and it can be both. I never want to see, you know, the blame on an individual or the organization or company, but it truly is both, and we can prevent this. And just looking at with the values, their workload, community, you know, recognition and praise, with support, and especially a culture that cares and invest in their employee and really prioritize it to be able to create that sustainable success. That is another one that I'm so passionate about, of my why, because I was one that burnt out. I burnt out in my corporate career and working internationally for 15 years. So I've seen both sides of what it was before, and how we can change that and make that better in today, and look forward to working together more with employees and organizations throughout. So thank you so much.
And who do you want to pass the baton
I'll
to?
pass the baton over. Yes, I want to pass that over to Marion then.
Yeah, I was going to pantomime trying to catch it, but I would have dropped it, and then that would have been a problem. I would have had to go through the whole explanation that I'm left-handed, and he threw it from the right. So that was all the issue there. I'm Marion Spears-Carr. I am part of this Workplace Wellness Collective because for a lot of reasons. My background is executive recruiting. I do leadership development work. I work in the healthcare and life sciences space. And for those of you who know that industry, burnout and wellness are a problem right now. It's a challenge, but it's not just during the pandemic. It was even prior to that. As a matter of fact, some of the biggest organizations in the world that provide care and wellness for others are not well themselves, the people within them. And so that's, to me, that's the driver here. I am the vice chair. I'm not sure really what my role is, but I maybe I'm the bouncer of the group. I'm not sure, but I am the vice chair of the Workplace Wellness Collective. And to really tie the why, my why for this is that I think about a gentleman named Erich Fromm. He was a social psychologist who studied the principles of love. He wrote a book in 1947 called "Man for Himself: An Inquiry into the Psychology of Ethics." And he described genuine love as productive love, and he called it productive love. And he said there were four components: care, responsibility, respect, and knowledge. Care, responsibility, respect, and knowledge. When I look at this panel, that's what workplace wellness really speaks to me. We care for the people that come to our events, come to our shows, connect with us. We take responsibility for providing the right content and the right background and right experience. And that's why data in this next summit is so important, because that we take responsibility providing evidence-based work. We also live respect from a DEI perspective, but not just DEI on the surface. We all come from different walks of life. We all come from different points of reference. And so I think the respect piece is there. But knowledge, what you're looking at, this little group here and our extended network has so much knowledge to share. So I think that's my why. Care, responsibility, respect, and knowledge is part of Workplace Wellness Collective. That's what we do. And that's why I'm here. So that's my story. I will kick it over to you, Felipe, rocking the mustache. mustache. Amazing.
So it's funny you say mustache because actually it's a goatee, but I have so much gray that you
Oh
can't.
yeah, me too. Me too. I actually messed mine up. So I had to show
I
you.
wish the mustache was grayer because my wife would like it better. But anyway, so
gotcha.
thank you, Marion, and I would be happy to go any place where you're the bouncer because I feel very safe. But no, my name is Felipe Cofino, and I am so privileged to be able to join you all with this wonderful workplace wellness collective, because I've been following you all for a while, and it's been so impressive what you all have done over the past year. So when I was asked to join, I wasn't even a thought. I told someone a yes right away. So I'm the new director of branding and engagement, and for me, why this has been such an important thing for me is, I've worked in the corporate world for the last 25 years, and I've seen companies try to create a wellness program. And, in the beginning, it was, set it and forget it. They were like, we're going to do a wellness program, and people that focused on their wellness or exercised or the mental wellness, they kept on doing it. But the people that weren't, there wasn't any encouragement. And then, when I was at my last employer, that was when I was experiencing burnout, and I was experiencing just a lot of spinning my wheels, not getting anywhere. And the one thing that they did have good, even though it was toxic and I was burning out, they had an amazing wellness program. And when I say amazing, it's one of those things where I adopted it and stole it and brought it to my current employer, because it wasn't just about set it and forget it. It was about encouraging, getting people excited. And there were things that didn't do well, but the overall drive of it was very positive, and it got people to really get more involved. When I brought it to my current employer, what we did was we created an incentive where they could get a discount, but that was not the only incentive. The fact that we were actually actively engaging the employees to focus on their mental, physical, and financial wellness. Because we all know finances can create stress at home, can cause you to get stressed out, have high blood pressure. So the story for me that really made me realize how important wellness in the workplace is was I was trying to get points for the wellness program. And I was like, I need to get my eye exam. And I went to get my eye exam, and the eye doctor told me that I was going to lose my eye, or lose the sight in my right eye, if I didn't go to the optometrist in the next day or two, that I would lose sight by that weekend. And I had no symptoms. I had no warning signs. And so when I went to them, I sat down and talked to them. They reviewed it. They said, let's give it about a month, come back. Here's some things I want you to do in the meantime. During that month, after that appointment, I switched jobs and came to the employer I'm at now. When I went back, they sit there and said, what did you do? Your eye's almost healed. I'm like, I haven't done anything. Like, did you see another doctor? I'm like, no. And then they asked me what I was doing. They're like, I said, well, the only thing that's been changed is I changed jobs. And like, how's the new job? Like, oh my God, it's wonderful. I love it. The environment and the culture is very positive, and they were very supportive of financial wellness or overall wellness. And he's like, that was it. I'm like, what do you mean that's it? Because your eye problem was 100% due to stress. So that stress and that burnout was causing me physical harm. And so I've been here 8 years. I go back to my checkups, and it's still a little bit there, but it's almost completely healed still. And that's thanks to the right culture. And so for me, that affected me, and I wanted everyone else to make sure that they had that opportunity to make it a priority. Because at the end of the day, my background is recruitment and HR, and I always tell people, if you were to pass away today, we're going to post a job for you to replace you. It's unfortunate, but it's reality. Your family will not. They're not going to post it to replace your father, a mother, a child, a sister, or brother. And that's where it has to be a priority. And that's one thing that experiencing it here now for the first time, where it is truly a priority for us to focus on our physical, mental, and financial wellness. It is a breath of fresh air, and it allows us now not to have that fear factor of, oh, I don't want to get my annual physical because I want to find out what's wrong. Now it's just a practice. It's part of their day-to-day opportunities. So that's something that really has been very passionate of mine, and that's the reason why. And at the end of the day, I think the last thing I'll say is, as leaders out there, be vulnerable, share your stories, because I think that opens up doors to conversations that I never even would have imagined. A number of leaders here and employees as well got up in front of all staff, and they shared all the stuff that they were going through. I shared about my anxiety. Another person shared about different things they were dealing with. And it opened up conversations where other employees felt comfortable now sharing what they were going through without fear of, oh, this is going to look bad on me. They're going to think I'm not going to be able to perform because I have this. No. Despite the fact that you have anxiety or anything else, we wanted to show you can still be successful, and it's not going to be a hindrance for you. You just have to make sure you take care of yourself. So I'll stop there. And was Meredith next, or did you already talk?
She already talked.
Yeah,
she
yeah.
already spoke.
Thank you, Felipe.
Dr. Simona.
Thank you, Felipe. And I just want to say, as I'm hearing every single person's why for the first time, I'm just watching, I'm just listening, and it's funny when Marion said, "I don't know what I'm doing here." I know exactly why you're here. You literally just explained to me in less than 2 minutes why you are such an important part of the collective. And Felipe, you're very new to the organization, and just from listening to your story about leaders expressing vulnerability, I think that's so important. And I'll just tie this back to our 4 pillars of our organization, which is leadership, culture, mental health, and workplace wellness. We cannot have conversations about anything to do with stress and mental health and burnout, or changes in the way that we work, without these 4 components. And each and every one of us here brings something to the table, which makes our collective so strong. And I know that leaders go to Meredith Grundy because they need to be able to express. Maybe they don't have the communication skills to be vulnerable. Maybe they're like, I want to do this so bad, but I don't know how to. Take her workshop. She will make you do it in 30 seconds. I guarantee you that much. Go to Marion's, any one of his Healthcare Thought Leadership Lives, and you will learn more from him in 30 minutes than you will learn from a book. I can tell you that much. David Spinner, constantly having my back and constantly being able to speak to leaders. The reason that we even have sponsors for this micro summit is because of David and Jen Hensel, who's not here, by the way, but they work together super fast, super hard, 24, 48 hours of working together with me to deliver something that is so critical, and sharing the message from that DEI lens, because David has those very critical skills that I need, because I don't have that. I come from healthcare and research and disease surveillance, and I may not be able to express as much as David can. So that's the power that he brings. Felipe, I already love you so much. And I know that from the HR perspective, you bring so much to the table. And I know that you're new, but I've also learned so much from you, from just you sharing the vulnerability over and over again. And not just that, but pinpointing to leaders and say, hey, listen, you can do better, and this is how I'm going to do better. You can go get your eye exam done, or you're going to lose your eyesight. That is such a critical story. And Rebecca's been here. Rebecca and I started doing workplace wellness and burnout conversations way back when Clubhouse was still like a thing. And she is so passionate about mental health and so passionate about teaching strategies to individuals and to organizations from the lens of that sustainable success that she spoke about. And all of her posts, she's constantly on LinkedIn reaching out to people. And she also now has a really awesome program that she's going to be developing to train people and leaders and creators. How can I be better? This is the reason why we are all here together. And this is the reason I cannot do this alone. There is no way there would be a micro summit with just me alone. No one's going to come watch me do anything. So this is why, it was important for me to bring everybody together. We are missing a few people. We are missing Nicole North, who is our Director of Strategic Development. We are missing Jen Hensel, who is our Director of Business Development and Presentation Coach. We are also missing Jared Almond, who is on sabbatical right now, but he is the Director of Culture. So we are missing a few people, but I'm just so glad that, all of us are here. We only have about 8 minutes or so, and I know David has to go. So maybe I'll just pass it over to you. Say anything you want to say last minute before you head out, David. And I'm so happy that you were able to join.
I just want to say to everybody that's watching this, join the Micro Summit. You will not be disappointed. It'll be the best few hours that you spend taking care of yourself, learning, growing, meeting people, whether it be virtually, or if you're in the Calgary area, or if you want to be in the Calgary area, get yourself to Calgary. They may have snow. That's okay. Put boots on and a hat. You'll be fine. And join us, because you will learn what taking care of your wellness is about. I wish everybody an amazing weekend wherever you are in this world. Some of you may have started your weekend, or it's coming up, and we will see you at the Micro Summit. And I love this team. It's such a great team.
Bye, David. And I want to quickly hear from. I'm going to share the order. I want to hear from Marion, because I know he has to leave. We're going to hear from Marion, Meredith, Rebecca, and then back to Felipe. Just any closing thoughts? Anything else you want to share?
No, I just want to echo what David said. the Workplace Wellness Collective started as grassroots, and it is growing so fast. Our community that we're creating together with you in the audience is beyond what I expected, and I think come to the event. If you're in Calgary, if you can get to Calgary, please come to the event. If you're going to be like me, because I'm going to be traveling in the United States where I'm based, so I'm going to be part of it from a virtual perspective. You will not regret that piece, and we want your feedback. We want your engagement. So that's what we're about. And I'll kick it back to you, Samana. Michelle, I think, was trying to get back in, so I'll kick it back to you.
Oh, thank you so much. And yes, please do come. I want to hear from Meredith Grandi as well. Any final thoughts from you? Because we only have a couple minutes left, and then over to Rebecca, and then over to Felipe. Just want to know, anything you want to share about the summit or anything that came up while other people were speaking.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you. I'm just also just want to extend my gratitude for this group as well. I love how we've just organically come together like this. Marion, you said, I would love for you to repeat back what you said about the core respect. You had like 4 things that you were saying. Can you repeat those back?
Yeah. So Eric Fromm was trying to frame what real love, genuine love was, and he said it had to have a product. It had to be active. It's not just I love you, and let me show you I love you. In the agape sense, his 4 characteristics were care, responsibility, respect, and knowledge. And all 4 of those had to be present for that love to be productive.
So I just want to put this out here in front of all of the people who are watching, but I feel like that's a beautiful Venn diagram for this group, for our combined why. So thank you for repeating that back. And when I heard that, I was like, that's this group. And that would be a really beautiful display of on our about page, if I want to get technical, of who we are and why we came together. So thank you, Marion.
I was thinking that too. I feel like every single word was so powerful, and that literally describes us. And I can't believe you haven't mentioned that to me before. What is going on here?
I can't show all my tricks at one time.
You can't give it all away at once. Leave them wanting more is what I always say, Marion.
Yeah, leave them wanting more.
he comes to the live and he shares it, and I've been asking him, hey, can you share more about your role? And he's like, I'm not going to tell you. I'm going to tell you in my live, my why. This is why we love having Marion so much. Rebecca, any final thoughts from you, and anything you want to share from anything that you've heard from our group?
I would just like to say a big thank you and a big welcome to everyone that is joining us now, but also for the summit in November. It's amazing that we can do this, live, like we were saying, in Calgary, but also for everyone internationally, because we have, members that are from the whole world, and we can jump on these virtual trainings and workshops and really, value and learn and take those benefits and what we've discussed during these, both with the sessions and events and trainings, and bring back to either if you're an employee or you're a manager or a leader for companies. It goes with both of us, and we can bring those learnings back and really implement, into our day-to-day lives and into our teams and into our, company and organizational division. So I'm so excited that we can just cover aspect of the whole world and welcome everyone to this, because the awareness is so important. And like Felipe was saying before, something that's so close to my heart about stigma and ending the stigma, especially around mental health, that we need to prioritize ourselves and prioritize our health and wellness. So thank you so much.
I love that. Prioritize our mental health and wellness. And remember, we are making this event accessible for everybody. And you're absolutely right. There are people from the UK, from Africa, from India, from Pakistan, from all over the world who are part of the Workplace Wellness Collective as members. So you can watch this on the live stream. We will be on LinkedIn Live. We will also be streaming the Micro Summit on Zoom as well. So if you are not in Calgary, that's okay. I will be in Calgary with a few people, but you can definitely watch this. We want to make learning for you as accessible as possible. So if you can afford a ticket, you can buy it for $15. But if you can't, if you just want to donate, $2, $1, 50 cents, it doesn't matter. We are open to everything. We just want you to come and learn and have a lot of fun. Felipe, final thoughts from you, and then we'll just close up because I know everybody has a very busy day and we'll go about our day.
Well, I just want to thank everyone for welcoming me and making me feel so welcome to this group. It's an amazing group of just such diverse experiences, backgrounds, and expertise. So I'm always learning from you all. I know anyone that's listening, if you have not attended one of the past summits, definitely do it. Every summit I attended in the past, I always brought back something that I learned both professionally and personally. And it helped me grow and become a better leader and also a better husband, father, son. And it's like the airplane thing. Take care of yourself so you can help other people when you're on the airplane and the mask comes down. If you can't take care of yourself, it's gonna be a lot harder for you to be there for other people. And at the end of the day, this group here has such amazing abilities to provide such great insight. And along the lines of what Rebecca was saying, this is a global event, and workplace wellness applies to every company, every country, every person. It's not specific to one culture. It's something that affects everyone. So I look forward to the event. I'm excited about it. I'll be virtual along with Marion. I won't be traveling with him, but I will be virtual. So I encourage everyone to show up live, show up virtually. It's a great, fun opportunity to meet fascinating new people and learn from them. So I can't wait. So thank you all, and back to you, Simona.
Awesome. Thank you so much. We are a little bit over time, but I just want to respect our time. Thank you, Marion, Rebecca, Felipe, Meredith, David, Jen, Nicole, Jared, all of you for being part of the Workplace Wellness Collective. We're going to do another group live closer to the event in November, so hopefully more people will join. But for now, I want you to have a wonderful day. Thank you so much for wherever you're joining us from. Have a wonderful weekend, and we will see you soon. Bye for now.
Bye.